What's up, guys? It's Christmas time. I got my Santa Claus Christmas hat from Cincy Hat. Shout out Ted Karras. Joe Burrow seems frustrated with the Cincinnati Bengals. Let's talk about it up here next on No Butts About It. What's up? It is Josh here with No Butts About It. And today we're going to talk about the Cincinnati Bengals and Joe Burrow's frustrations with the team. And this is something that's kind of been the last 2 or so days has been kind of weighing on me after seeing this on TV, on the broadcast. I've been kind of waiting, letting some of the people who are closer to the team put out their thoughts. I've been mixing their opinions with mine, kind of just becoming more informed. So now I'm ready to put out what I believe may have occurred here. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, no fear. Let's pull that up right here. And it's right here. This was just caught on the sideline. And you got to do some lip reading here. And it kind of appears, let's reverse this a little bit. Joe Burrow says, he's talking to Zac Taylor. He said, frick that, man. We suck. It's freaking embarrassing. And I don't think he said frickin', but obviously he's upset, very upset. And there's been all these conspiracies, as there always is with this type of thing. Who is Joe Burrow mad at? Is he frustrated with Zac Taylor? Is that who he's yelling at? He's the team's falling apart. Did something bad happen right before this? I mean, I've seen some people saying like, this is taken out of context. So what's the context of this? Well, the play literally right before this is this right here. This play right here. So we're going to see Chase Brown grab the ball, and he's going to go in for a touchdown. He barely gets in, but they called it a touchdown. I granted, I wasn't sure, but they ended up calling it a touchdown. So why was he upset? Well, first and second down before that were penalties. So on first down, they got a delay of game penalty. And then first down, I believe, was the delay of game penalty. And then second down, they were trying to get the Titans to jump off sides, essentially, which they did end up getting. However, Amarius Mims does not react. Amarius Mims, the rookie first-round pick, he's been pretty solid this year, in my opinion. He does not react to that movement. Ted Karras doesn't snap the ball, so instead we get a delay of game penalty, and then we had a false start from Cam Grandy, who is a practice squad tight end who has been making some appearances now that Eric Alt is out, and I'm still kind of confused as to why he's starting over Tanner McLaughlin, and there's not any good pictures of him online, so that's his college uni, but it just wasn't great. It was bad for penalties on both sides of the ball. This was the most penalized game since 2007. So it's been a while. There were over 20 penalties between both teams on this play. So obvious frustrations. Just not a great situation. Pretty embarrassing overall for the Cincinnati Bengals. Offense, all things considered, on that drive, just not a good look. And, that's understandable. That is something. And the defense, the defense actually, I know it's the Tennessee Titans. I know. But, you got to take your wins where you can find them. The defense had moments where they looked like they were really good in this game. And then they had moments where it was like, wow, that was bad. And two guys that we have been highlighting a ton on this show, they had big moments. And one had a moment where it would have been a huge moment. So let's pull up Muma first. First half. He's number 45 there, getting in some of these packages now that Logan Wilson is out. And Trey Hendrickson's going to come over here from the left side of the screen. He's going to get this strip sack. And Muma is going to jump on that. That's Muma Jungmeta, the undrafted free agent. And the clip stops there. Why does the clip stop there? I'm going to tell you why. If you didn't watch the game, it's because they blew that dead. They said Will Levis was down. They had to challenge it. Muma ran all the way to the end zone untouched. and it would have been a scoop and score for our guy. But you know what? Second half, hey, it's okay. Jordan Battle, a third-round pick who we've been talking a ton about. And mind you, shout out McKinley Jackson there, getting the fumble, the rookie third-round pick. Then this last year's third-round pick, Jordan Battle, he's running it all the way back. Clear touchdown. But no, he throws it out the back of the end zone. I was so happy for him, but then I realized what happened, and we've seen that so much this season. So embarrassing on both sides of the ball, right? Embarrassing stuff happening. Muma's wasn't his fault. That's on the refs. But Jordan Battle should know better. And so he's frustrated, and he's been getting hit all season still, even with this improved O-line. Alex Kappa's been bad. Cordell Volson hasn't been great. You've even got just beat up O-line. You have Devin Cochran starting now at left tackle because everyone's injured at that position. And now Alex Kappa might be in concussion protocol too. So it's just not a great situation. Joe Burrow's obviously frustrated. But who do I think he is ultimately frustrated with? Do I think he's frustrated with Cam Grandy for all these penalties that he's caused, where he's got 2 or 3 penalties a game now? Do I think he's frustrated with Amarius Mims because he didn't react to that jump off sides when he got what he wanted? Do I think he's mad at Jordan Battle for throwing the ball out the back of the end zone before he got the touchdown? Do I think he's mad at Alex Kappa because, he just hasn't been great and been causing Joe to get hit a lot this year? I don't even think he's mad at Zac Taylor. And you know what? I have not been someone who has come on and defended, or I have been someone who has defended Zac Taylor in the past. This season, I have not been someone who was adamantly defending Zac Taylor. I think Zac Taylor has made a lot of mistakes. I think he has lost the fan base for good reason. I think there's a good reason that the fan base is saying, hey, we can do better than this. Joe Burrow is having an MVP level season. He is the best quarterback in the NFL. And what's happening? We've had games where the calls just don't make sense. I get why people are frustrated with Zac Taylor. I don't think he's the number one issue, and I don't think Joe Burrow is mad at Zac Taylor. I think that Joe Burrow is mad at this guy right here. I think he's mad at himself in that video. And I think Zac Taylor knows that. And I think Zac Taylor's just trying to calm him down, make sure he doesn't just walk off the field. Because the thing about Joe Burrow, the thing that makes guys like Joe Burrow so great is that they want perfection. That's the only thing that is satisfactory to them, is perfection. And my evidence for this is the Raiders game. Now, this is a screen grab from the Raiders game where Joe Burrow had 5 passing touchdowns. He looks mad on the bench, and you could tell he was mad immediately after. I believe it was the 5th passing touchdown to Mike Gesicki. And his stat line from that game was 69.2% completion, 251 yards, 5 touchdowns. But the key stat was that 1 interception. And he said that in his presser. He said that 1 interception was what was getting at him. And during the Titans game, he had a worse stat line. Still not bad. 70.3% completion percentage, 271 yards, 3 touchdowns, but 2 interceptions. That's who Joe Burrow was mad at. He was mad at himself. And he even said in his presser after the game, we just didn't play well on offense. We struggled with penalties. True. I didn't play well. Speaking of himself, he was not okay with that. I am not worried about this team breaking down. And if there is one positive to say about Zac Taylor, it's the fact that this team has stayed together with this chemistry that they have. The offense isn't over pointing at the defense and saying, you guys need to figure it out because we're doing our jobs. A lot of teams that would happen. That has not happened yet, at least in the public eye. And that is very important. And I don't, you're going to have conspiracies that Joe is freaking out, that he's screaming at Zach. He wants Zach fired. It's all falling apart. I don't think that's what's happening in this video at all. I just think this is Zach listening to his quarterback, trying to let him air his frustration so it doesn't come out somewhere else where it would be much worse, or where he's going to go out on the field and make mistakes and just get more frustrated. And we see this all the time. I saw someone who said, "This never ends well." That's crap. I mean, how many times have we seen Tom Brady and Bill Belichick yelling at each other on the sidelines? How many times do you see Peyton Manning frustrated on the sidelines? You can go Phil Simms to Bill Parcells if you want to go all the way back there. I mean, this is what great quarterbacks do. They get frustrated with themselves. They get frustrated. And, part of the head coach's job is to just be there to listen at times and, just try to calm them down and keep their head in the game. That's just my opinion. Obviously, this Bengals team isn't perfect. No one is saying it is. Odds of making the playoffs are not great, and we were supposed to be a Super Bowl contending team. But this team is not falling apart. This team, chemistry-wise, has stayed very strong for where they are as a team, and I think that is something to be proud of if you're a Cincinnati fan. But those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you think. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss anything. I have been posting as much NFL news as possible on YouTube and Instagram, so make sure to keep up with that. We'll do the full show later this week, hopefully. Thanks for listening, everyone, and next time, or until next time, excuse me, go do something nice for someone.